As I've said in the past, I'm really not a fan of like so-called gaming headsets, unless you're spending kind of, aside from a couple of very expensive outliers. Generally they all suck in build quality, microphone quality, and audio quality. It's always going to be a compromise. Dropping the cash on a good headset, if you already own a decent pair of headphones like me, it doesn't really make much sense, and that's why I've always really liked the Modmic solution. Not only does it mean that you can use your existing headphones as a great sounding headset, but the microphone quality itself is a force to be reckoned with as well. So I reviewed the Modmic 5 earlier this year, and while I really liked the product, one of the problems I had, and I know I'm not alone in this problem, is that you ended up with kind of like two wires hanging off your headphones at all times. This problem was kind of mitigated by doing this trick here, where you can like combine both the headphone cable and the Lowne Modmic cable into like a big thick one, but it's a bit of a clunky solution, and it effectively kind of creates a permanent headset and kind of negates the whole point of the Modmic if you don't have a spare headphone cable to use when you're not using the clip-on mic. It was a solution, but not an elegant one. Thankfully, Lowne has addressed this problem with this. Where did I put it? The Modmic Wireless. And as you can see, the mad lads actually sent me one. So I'm going to review it now. So straight out of the box, the Modmic Wireless comes with this elegant, I'm holding this the right way up, this elegant looking carry case. It's similar to the one that the Modmic 5 comes with, but it's a bit chunkier, because the microphone is chunkier. Contained within, you will find an alcohol cleaning pad to prepare your cans for mating with the microphone, instruction manual, 2 base clamps and extra adhesives, charging cable, USB receiver with an optional extension cable, and of course the microphone itself. Like I said, it's a bit chunkier than the Modmic 5, given all the new guts to make it wireless, so the new magnets have a much stronger glue to cope with the additional weight this time around, though they are backwards compatible with the older models. Attaching the magnet is simple enough, just place it on and leave it to rest for a minimum of 1 hour, ideally letting it sit overnight. If you don't do this, it won't cure correctly and will fail, and Lowne include a piece of paper in the box warning about this, and they wrote it in capital letters in their email to me, so I'm guessing it's fairly important. But then, jobs are good in. Pairing it to my PC was a simple case of plugging in the USB receiver, turning on the microphone, and then that was pretty much it. It was all set up automatically. So, pretty stress-free experience. The microphone itself has 3 lights to indicate pairing status, the battery level, and to indicate if it's muted or not. Of course, when it's on your head, you can't see these very well, obviously, but luckily, the receiver itself has the same light, so you can always see what your microphone status is. And Lowne thoughtfully include an extension cable and cable anchor in the box, which sticks to your desk, so you can clip the LED receiver to always be in your line of sight, just in case your USB port of choice is out of view. So the microphone itself has 2 modes, omnidirectional and unidirectional. And as the names would imply, omnidirectional captures all sounds around the microphone, which results in better quality, but means that background noise such as heaters and AC units, that sort of thing, will get picked up more easily. The second mode is unidirectional, which functions like a cardioid mode. The sound quality isn't quite as good, but it means that less ambient noise gets picked up by the microphone. So it really depends on your situation which one you use. I recommend if you're just in a quiet office to use omnidirectional, but we could just do a sound test, right? That might be a good idea at some point in this video. Let's cut to that. So this is the sound test for the higher quality omnidirectional mode for the wireless Modmic. This is the best sounding mode. It picks up more ambient noise around the room, but this is the mode I'll be using anyway. For comparison's sake, this is the noise isolating mode. It doesn't sound quite as good, but in theory, ambient noises, if you're in a noisier room, this would probably be the better option for you. Going to change it back to omnidirectional before I forget. Oh yeah. A quick tap to the button on the microphone mutes it, and holding this button down for 2 seconds turns it off entirely. And it also turns off if its receiver loses power after a few minutes, i.e. when you turn off your PC, Mac or PS4, and it can be charged while in use, though with a 12-hour battery I can't really see myself needing to use this feature, but hey, it's something you'd rather have and not need than need and not have. Driving this thing are 2 Qualcomm aptX low latency chips delivering 48 kHz audio with nearly 0 latency, and it has an amplifier built right into the tip of the mic, so the signal gets amplified directly at the source. So the Modmic is quite sensitive and allows for a lower volume and clearer signal. One question you may be asking right now is this thing just like the Modmic 5 but with a Bluetooth module built in? I assume this because I had this question as well, so I actually reached out to Lowne and asked them what's different about this microphone, and it's actually a completely new microphone. Everything in this is completely new compared to this one, with the internals completely revamped. The price might seem a little bit intimidating. I think it's $119 US retailing at. But despite this jump from the much cheaper Modmic 5, Lowne informed me that they're not actually making any more profit per unit compared to the wired younger brother. So that extra cost is going entirely towards the upgraded parts. The goal was to make the best headset mic with overall quality and, all that, taking precedence over an arbitrary price point. And given that a decent pair of all-in-ones cost significantly more than the price of this thing, while at the same time sounding vastly inferior, you'd still be saving money overall if you already have an awesome pair of headphones to begin with, which I'm assuming you do if you're interested in this product. And for me, honestly, the fact that there's no longer two cables to worry about is like literally worth the jump in price alone. This being said, if you are willing to spend $119 US on a microphone, this does put it dangerously close to things like the Blue Yeti, which does sound better. However, this would be a desktop microphone solution, so if you lack the desk space, you're a PS4 gamer that isn't dependent on a desk necessarily, you're an esports guy, or you're like me and constantly move around relative to your microphone's location, this is the better solution for gaming, easily. I for one will definitely be switching to the Modmic wireless for all of my gaming use, just because I like the convenience, as I drop it, I like the convenience of always having the microphone near my face no matter what I do. So I've actually added a mount to both my Audio-Technica ATH M50Xs and also to my Sennheiser 58X Jubilee Edition headphones that some of you may be aware that I own. I've done some subtle mass drop sponsorships before. I'm thinking about making this series a sort of semi-regular thing. Not a regular thing. Just every so often, take a Tuesday to just review a piece of tech that I like. I only ever accept sponsorships and review video things for technology I actually believe in. And this is one of the best PC microphone or just PC accessories I've seen in quite a long time actually. And if they sound like something that you would like too, then there is a link to buy this in the video description. But yeah, that was my that's my Tech Tuesdays with Matt take on the Modmic wireless. It's a good microphone. You can't do better than this for a wireless headset microphone. No way. Okay, good. I'm glad we did that.